Bernini, and we are going to do our hoses at one of the best prices we have ever done them. This is the famous, most popular hose on QVC, the expandable metal hose, now with the nozzle and the handle, so you control it all from the nozzle of the hose. You don't have to run back to the house with the spigot and turn it on and off. 50-inch, or I'm sorry, not inch, that would not be great. That would not be quite the value I'm hoping for. 50 foot.
50 foot.
Or 75 foot. And I just want to let you know what a great value that is, because typically our 50 foot is $61. We're doing it for 5 easy payments of $8. And then our 75 foot's $85, and we're doing it for 5 easy payments of $10. So we've really dropped the price. All you have to do is pick the color of your nozzle right here and handle. So we have the graphite, and that is actually where you can find Bernini even on their own websites, but we have a better price. And then these are colors that are all exclusive. Cobalt, moss, lavender, and that really pretty sand. John Yeiser, the founder of Bernini, is here with us. You know, John, it's interesting. In the years that you have brought us your wonderful metal hoses, something's happened. You started to get a lot of people trying to knock you off.
Yes.
And now there are metal hoses everywhere, but unless they say Bernini, they're just simply not as good.
Correct. There's several things you want to make sure that it has 304 stainless. We do, but we're the only ones that have the patented power coupler, which means that will always stay secure on your faucet. So that makes Bernini one of the best metal garden hoses in the industry.
Rust?
They don't rust, they don't corrode. You can leave them out in the sun for years and years and years, and it's one of the only ones that has the patented power coupler. But the main reason you're going to love the hose is what you're seeing right here, is the fact that it is super flexible. Now you might think a metal hose, why would that be something flexible? It's more flexible than a standard garden hose.
Sure
so
is.
you'll enjoy using your hose when you go out in your yard instead of having to fight with it. Like the hose you're holding right
now,
there.
Now, am I holding the 50 or the 75?
The 75. And
okay, can you imagine? I didn't even know. I'm holding 75 feet of hose. Can you imagine if I had those old green vinyl hoses?
Oh, you wouldn't be able to do that.
75 feet would be a heavy mess.
And let alone when you get those hoses, and we all know when they tangle up and they get like that.
You get one bend and then
you got to hold this side of this. So this is, I think we have 25 knots in this hose right here.
Gosh.
A lot of knots in here. So basically what I want to show everyone is this hose is a no kink hose. Some people say kink free, kink resistant. Bernini is a no kink hose. What does that mean? It means that when you go to turn the water on and you want the water to come out, the water will come out. So even with all of these kinks in here, you can see as I'm spraying into the spray booth right here, I have 25 kinks in the hose. It is not affecting it. The water's coming out exactly how I want it. Now, also what's amazing is I'm having a hose handle that I'm holding on to. I have an adjustable spray pattern that I can actually adjust the spray pattern to be able to get anything around the yard. And it has an on-off valve. Watch this. I'm going to turn it off. Off, on, off, on. That means you have full control when you get it at home, and you never have to worry about kinks again.
Listen, if you see a hose that's a metal hose, but it does not say Bernini, it is not going to be as good. This is really the founder. His daughter actually came up with the idea for a metal hose. And you buy it once at this great price, it will last you many, many years, unlike pretty much every other hose I've ever had.
Exactly correct. And what makes it amazing right now is that my daughter said, she said, Dad, why can't we make a hose that's flexible like those fabric ones that don't pop? She said, let's make it out of metal. I said, great idea. It was her idea, and look at this. It actually goes through the bed of nails. The reason it actually doesn't get popping right now is that it pushes the nails out of the way instead of going through the hose. Even if you might, now you may not have a bed of nails at home, but you might actually have a fence post that's sharp or has stuff on it. Maybe not as bad as this fence post with razor blades and barbed wire and everything on it. But even with all of that, the water is going to come out where we want it to, which is at the end of the hose. So even all of these torture tests that we have going through here, the water's coming out where we want it to. It's not puncturing the hose. Adjustable fireman spray nozzle, so you can adjust it exactly how you want it around your yard.
You can even turn it off at the hose. You don't have to go back to the spigot. You know, well, let's take a look at this video, but it'll show you some of the best features.
The hose handle. So what this is, I wanted to make the hose not only lightweight, but actually make something you can carry around your yard. It's got a handle.
If you have arthritis in your hands,
oh my gosh, you're going to love this.
You're doing a lot of yard work, it's just ergonomically more correct.
Yes, and it has a multifunction adjustable spray nozzle as well as the handle, comfort grip connectors.
That's really going to help your wrist, by the way, when you hold it that way.
And this is what's unique. Only here at QVC, the patented power coupler. This is what separates us from the other hoses that are made of metal. Now, when you walk and you actually pull the end of the hose, it's going to come with you. Look at the spray pattern she's able to get here. This allows you to be able to work everywhere around your yard. You're going to love the nozzle, and it's got like a mini pressure washer on the end of it. If you're going to go blast and clean stuff off come springtime right now, let the hose do all the work. So even though it's lightweight and easy to use, you get the power to shoot up to 2-story windows. How about your screens? Wait till you see it blast the dirt off your window screens, even making this t-shirt go white again. That's the power you're going to get with Bernini. Great for washing cars, clean up around your yard. You get all the power that you need without sacrificing anything. And if you want to put multiple hoses together, I like using it on the standard hose reel. And as you can see, I'm just going to connect them together. So you could buy two, have one in the front yard, one in the back.
So I could have like 150 feet of hose if I got two 75s, that would be fine?
Yes, and remember what you just said, what is it like holding 100 or even 75 feet of hose?
I'm holding 75 feet of hose with just one hand. I could never do that.
We all know what it's like winding up those green hoses, and you aren't doing it the way I'm doing it, that's for sure.
And not only winding it up, did you ever like try and pull one of those hoses across your yard and it's just so heavy, and then to put it away is such a pain. This makes, well, you did it before I could even say it.
150 feet of hose.
This makes life so much easier. I don't know anyone who says, oh, no, I like my hose heavy. Yeah. I like trying to drag it across the yard and then figure out how to put it back. And then what happens is, if they're such a pain to put out, to put away, people leave them out, and then they get messed up by the sun, or you know, they get punctured. I'm holding 75 feet of hose in my hand. It's not even heavy. We talk about the age of possibility, this being a dedicated place to shop for women over 50. Over 50 or not, I don't know anyone who wants to get their workout playing around with a hose.
Exactly, correct.
It's nice to have something you buy once and it lasts.
Yeah, make gardening easy and simplify it by making the water the least thing you have to worry about. Put it away easily. Well,
I have a big front yard, and my biggest flower bed is at the far end. Without Bernini hoses, I don't know how they'd get watered. Because I'm weird that way. Like, I don't always love sprinklers. I want to water them where they need it, you know?
Exactly.
I love my Bernini hose. Thank you so much, John. It's great to see you. Oh, okay, wait, this is so cute too, though. Look at this. So because the hose